enforcement authorities to collaborate in cybercrime cases. Global IT outage, measures taken to ensure incident does not happen again. Salam Malaysia Madani, I'm SAHIH Samsudin and you're watching Malaysia Tonight. The Royal Malaysia Police, PDRM, Attorney General Chambers, AGC and the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, MCMC, will take prompt action to strengthen and coordinate all aspects of investigations and prosecution in cases of cybercrimes. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadil said this was among the matters finalised at the Cabinet meeting in Putrajaya today.
Kepada Jemaah Menteri bahawa antara tiga perkara yang paling membelenggu rakyat Malaysia yang menjadi masalah aspek jenayah dalam talian adalah masalah scam, masalah buli cyber dan juga jenayah seksual terhadap kanak-kanak khususnya pedofilia. Ketiga-tiga ancaman kepada keselamatan rakyat ini adalah perkara yang kita lihat tidak boleh dibenarkan berlarutan.
He said MCMC monitoring also found that each of those platforms has a different level of compliance with Malaysian laws, with some being prompt and complying, some not complying at all, and some very late at responding to the authorities. Fahmi said Instagram, for one, recorded a compliance rate of 88%, followed by Facebook, 85%, WhatsApp, 79%, TikTok, 76%, Telegram 65% and X with the lowest compliance rate at 25%. On a related note, Fahmi expressed serious concern over the growing trend of traditional crimes moving into cyberspace and social media. Elaborating further on the matter, the minister shared that he had received a briefing on the matter from National Security Council Director General Datuk Raja Nursyirwan Zainal Abidin, Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department Director Datuk Sri Muhammad Shuhaili Muhammad Zain and a Deputy Director of the Commercial Crime Investigation Department. Through his latest post on Facebook, Fahmi said, with the right measures, the Communication Ministry aims to make the internet and social media safer for everyone. Earlier, Fahmi had highlighted the need to consider new legislation to address online crime and keep up with the rapid technological advancement. A total of 5 government agencies and 9 private companies were affected by the Global Information Technology IT outage on 19th July. Digital Minister Gobind Singh Dio said he met with representatives from Microsoft and CrowdStrike to deliver a firm message that their security level must be strengthened. Gobind said the outage was not a cyber attack but was caused by a flaw in CrowdStrike's update software, which disrupted Microsoft operating system and prevented users from accessing their computer systems.
Now, walaupun insiden ini bukan disenaraikan sebagai insiden serangan cyber, Kementerian Digital memandangkan perkara ini dengan serius. Ya. Ini adalah kerana kita kena faham gangguan yang berlaku ini adalah gangguan yang mempunyai kesan yang besar kepada pengguna sistem. Ini menunjukkan kelemahan di dalam proses sistem teknologi memang wujud. Ya. Dan kelemahan-kelemahan ini boleh menyebabkan kerosakan dan juga kehilangan yang besar. Dan sekiranya ia berulang lagi, ianya patut kita bendung.
Met today, Gobind outlined 3 measures to ensure such incidents do not happen again. This include requiring software providers to improve testing procedures before deployment and ensuring regular previews and updates of software plans. He also outlined the importance of having a comprehensive incident response plan and stakeholder communication strategy. On a separate note, Malaysia's 5G rollout will continue in the second half of 2024 regardless of the political climate, whether in a single wholesale network SWN model or a dual wholesale network DWN structure. Hon Leong Investment Bank HLIB reiterated that a second 5G network by entity B would likely be superior, cheaper, have more compatibility and seamless, leading to a faster rollout and go-to-market strategy. However, the investment bank opined that telecommunications telco dividend yields are not attractive enough relative to the risk-free interest to spur domestic and foreign interest. In a research note, it said fiber's role as backhaul to transfer data at the speed of light has become ever more critical and a mandatory prerequisite in broadband 5G bills. HLIB's top pick remained Telekom Malaysia's TM with a buy call on the back of a higher discounted cash flow derived target price to RM7.91 from RM7.21. Furthermore, HLIB noted that TM is well positioned as a sole Malaysian cloud service provider when sovereignty is of the utmost importance in dealing with the government's data. Water supply, which was disrupted in 7 areas due to odor pollution detected in Sungai Kundang and Sungai Sembah in Selangor, has been restored to 14.3% as of 9 a.m. today. In a statement issued today, Air Selangor Sunan Berhad said the supply is expected to be restored to about 40% by 8 a.m. tomorrow and 90% towards evening. The water supply is expected to be fully restored by 8 a.m. on Friday, depending on the location of the consumer's premises and the water pressure at the distribution system. It is also advised consumers not to worry if the water that flowed from their pipes is coloured. More information on the water supply restoration can be obtained through Air Selangor's official communications channel or via the Air Selangor app, Facebook, Instagram and X account. 7 areas in the Klang Valley, namely Petaling, Klang, Shah Alam, Gombak, Kuala Lumpur, Hulu Selangor and Kuala Selangor experienced unscheduled water disruptions as the operation of 4 water treatment plants was temporarily suspended due to pollution. The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC remanded a professor, the chief executive officer of a higher education company, who was suspected of siphoning company funds amounting to 270,000 ringgit. According to a source, the man in his 60s was detained at 7 p.m. on Tuesday when he came to give his statement at MACC head office. The source said that following the arrest, the suspect was taken to the Putrajaya Magistrate Court to be remanded for 7 days until 30th July. The order was issued by Magistrate Irza Zulaiha Rohanuddin. Preliminary investigations found that the suspect is believed to have used money worth about 270,000 ringgit for personal use, including paying debts and buying cars and other personal expenses. The suspect is also accused of instructing the company staff to prepare a letter for salary payments amounting to approximately 12,000 ringgit per month from March 2023, while the suspect appointment letter as CEO only entitles him to receive 5% of the company's annual profit. Meanwhile, when contacted, MACC Senior Director of Investigation, Datuk Sri Hishamuddin Hashim, confirmed the arrest and said the case is being investigated under the MACC Act 2009. Coming up next, commitment to eradicate poverty attracts China's interest. The Madani government's commitment and efforts under the leadership of Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim to eradicate poverty has attracted China's interest to know about it, in addition to sharing their experience and knowledge in dealing with the issue in that country. This matter was shared by International Poverty Reduction Centre in China, IPRCC, Director General Liu Zhonwen, during a working visit of a Chinese delegation on poverty eradication in Malaysia at the Maritime Community in Sungai Balok and the Malaysian Fisheries Development Board LKIM in Kuantan today. He said the Madani government's commitment to improve the socio-economic status of the B40 group is aimed at ending hardcore poverty this year through various programs which have been and are being drawn up, including agricultural and fishing activities, thus attracting China's interest to know more about it. Liu, who led the Chinese delegation, said this after the Fishermen's Development Briefing session at LKIM today. The 5-day working visit from July 22nd involves 5 experts from the IPRCC and Beijing Normal University and goes to several locations in Putrajaya, Kuala Lumpur, Pulau Pinang and Pahang. In today's visit to the Sungai Balok LKIM Fisherman's Jetty, the delegation saw the government's efforts through LKIM to improve the socio-economic status of the fishermen in the B40 category to generate income through the fishermen's market, which helps them market their produce directly to consumers without going through middlemen. The 2-day road tour for the Say No to Forced Labour program kicked off today in an effort to combat forced labour and human trafficking in the country. The program, organised by the Department of Labour, Peninsular Malaysia, JTKSM, will cover Johor and Negeri Sembilan and involves strategic collaboration with various agencies, including the Information Department, Royal Malaysia Police Force and the Immigration Department. It was launched by Human Resources Minister Stephen Sim Chi Keong. In a statement released in conjunction with the program's launch, the Human Resource Ministry, Kasuma, said the roadshow aims to raise awareness among the local community about the issue of forced labour. According to Kasuma, it employs the concept of inclusivity in its effort to enhance public awareness regarding forced labour and human trafficking issues. Meanwhile, the ministry said that JTKSM has conducted 352 enforcement operations from January to June this year. As a result, 721 investigation papers were opened, leading to 140 prosecutions. A total of 359 investigation papers resulted in compounds amounting to 1,768,000 ringgit. The government has paid 936.12 million ringgit for claims under the My Salam scheme from the year 2019 to December 2023. According to Deputy Finance Minister Lim Hui Ying, the total claims involve 1.27 million beneficiaries, including B40 individuals and their spouses between the ages 18 to 65 years old, who are recipients of the Sumbangan Tunai Rahmah STR.
Telah dibayar kepada penerima manfaat yang melibatkan tuntutan manfaat HB atau manfaat hospitalisasi, penyakit kritikal CI, pesakit di bawah siasatan PUI, COVID-19 dan tuntutan kos peranti perubatan. Tahun 2022 mencatat pembayaran tuntutan paling tinggi, iaitu sebanyak 382 juta ringgit yang memanfaatkan 650,000 penerima. Diikuti tahun 2021 dengan tuntutan dibayar sebanyak 246.72 juta ringgit dengan 365,000 penerima.
Meanwhile, Lim said the average number of taxpayers claiming tax deductions for life insurance premiums for the assessment years 2019 to 2023 stood at 2.14 million per year. Speaking in the Senate, she said the deductions would amount to tax payment savings of 635 million ringgit per year. Selangor registered the highest number of eligible recipients at 1.48 million, followed by Johor at 1.34 million and Sarawak at 1.13 million. Malaysia's inflation remained at 2% in June 2024. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia (DOSM), the Consumer Price Index CPI was at 133 points compared to 130.4 in June 2023. The overall monthly inflation for June 2024 recorded an increase of 0.2%, driven by inflation for transport of 0.5%, restaurant and accommodation services at 0.3%, and recreation, sport and culture at 0.3%. Chief Statistician Datuk Seri Dr. Muhammad Uzir Mahidin said the increase in inflation was driven by the incline in the main group of restaurant and accommodation services, as well as housing, water, electricity, gas and other fuels. Meanwhile, the Chief Statistician said increases were also recorded in personal care, social protection and miscellaneous goods and services, as well as food and beverages. However, clothing and footwear and insurance and financial services declined to negative 0.1% compared to the same month of the previous year. Dawson said most states recorded increases below the national inflation level of 2%, but 4 states recorded increases above the national inflation level, namely Pulau Pinang, Sarawak, Pahang and Selangor. Malaysia's gross fixed capital formation, or GFCF, was recorded at 314.5 billion ringgit constant prices in 2023 versus 298.2 billion ringgit in 2022. In a statement today, Department of Statistics Malaysia, Dawson, said the combination of global economic pressures, domestic policy adjustment, sector-specific challenges and financial conditions significantly contributed to the GFCF's moderate growth last year. Chief Statistician Dato Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzir Mahidin said the GFCF remained the second largest component of the gross domestic product, GDP, with a 20.1% share of the total economy. The GFCF for services rose by 6.1%, contributed by growth in wholesale and retail trade, transportation and storage, information and communication, finance, insurance, real estate and business services sub-activities. The growth in fixed asset acquisition in manufacturing moderated by 5.5%. The private sector remained the main contributor to the GFCF at 77.2% as it grew by 4.6% versus 7.2% in 2022. The public sector's 22.8% share of the GFCF, meanwhile, rose by 8.6% versus 5.3% in 2022. Dawson said the public sector's GFCF was also led by services with an 80.5% contribution, followed by mining and quarrying 9.9% and manufacturing 8.8%. Natural Resources and Environmental Sustainability Minister Nik Ahmad has called on the corporate sector to support climate financing through the carbon credit auction from the Kuamut Rainforest Conservation Project in Sabah, scheduled for tomorrow. The carbon credits are the first Malaysian credits to be auctioned through Bursa Carbon Exchange BCX, a subsidiary of Bursa Malaysia Berhad. According to Nik Nazmi, corporate participation in investing in carbon credits is a crucial step toward achieving national goals and enhancing public-private collaboration to tackle climate change. He said in a statement that by purchasing carbon credits, companies contribute to preserving natural forests and biodiversity while creating economic opportunities and green jobs for the community. He added that the initiative supports the government's commitment to sustainability, regulatory compliance and corporate social responsibility, ensuring genuine benefit for environmental preservation. BCX initiative aims to advance Malaysia's emerging carbon market, stimulate domestic carbon projects and promote a culture of innovation and sustainability. Malayan Banking Berhad Maybank has reassured that its system remains secure and all its customers' information is fully protected amid alleged claims that its Maybank to You database was published on a dark web forum. Nevertheless, the bank said they take these security concerns very seriously and continue to monitor and ensure their data is protected at all times. Commenting further on its official social media platform X today, Maybank, the largest bank by assets in the country, said that with the various fraud countermeasures put in place, including the use of Secure to You to authenticate transactions and the cooling off period enabled for high-risk transactions, its customers' online transactions continue to be protected. The bank also reminded that their customers to remain vigilant and protect their information. Online platform lawyat.net reported that a database claiming to contain up to 22 million records of customers allegedly belonging to the bank was put up for sale on a popular dark web marketplace. It added that the uploader was asking for $18,000 in Tether and Bitcoin for the database, allegedly containing, among other things, the names and password of customers. Still ahead, Malaysia welcomes Fatah-Hamas agreement. Malaysia welcomes the Fatah-Hamas agreement reached through the Beijing Declaration. According to Communications Minister Fahmi Fadil, the government also expressed appreciation to the Chinese government over their efforts of convening the 14 factions which form the fight for Palestinian rights.
Jemaah Menteri juga mengalu-alukan persefahaman dan perpaduan di antara Fatah dan Hamas melalui deklarasi Beijing yang telah diumumkan dan dilaporkan semalam. Jemaah Menteri turut merakamkan penghargaan buat Kerajaan Republik Rakyat Cina di atas usaha mempertemu 14 fraksi perjuangan rakyat Palestin dan diharapkan penyatuan ini akan membuka lembaran baru buat negara Palestin.
Speaking today, he said Malaysia also welcomes the decision by the International Court of Justice (ICJ), which states that the invasion of Israel into Palestinian soil is a violation of law and action must be taken immediately towards them. Malaysia will promptly contact a number of nations, including Indonesia and Brunei, towards achieving this target jointly at an international forum. 22 bodies have been recovered after a domestic plane crashed on Wednesday at Tribhuvan International Airport, TIA, in Nepal's capital, Kathmandu. Hansa Rajpandi, spokesman for the Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal, said one injured person, namely the pilot, has been hospitalized and the airport has been closed due to the incident. Pandey added, of the 23 people on board the Soria Airlines plane bound for the city of Pokhara, 17 were crew members. Earlier, international media reported that the aircraft crashed during takeoff at TIA in Kathmandu. Prem Thakur, the TIA spokesman, said the incident occurred at around 11 a.m. local time. Rescue operations are ongoing at the accident site. Nepal's air industry has boomed in recent years, carrying goods and people between hard-to-reach areas as well as foreign trekkers and climbers. But it has been plagued by poor safety due to insufficient training and maintenance, issues compounded by the mountainous republic's treacherous geography. The European Union has banned all Nepali carriers from its airspace over safety concerns. Taiwan hunkered down on Wednesday for the arrival of a strengthening Typhoon Gami, with financial markets shut, flights cancelled and one person killed, while the military went on standby amid torrential rain. Gami, expected to be the strongest storm to hit Taiwan in 8 years, is set to make landfall on the northeast coast late on Wednesday evening, according to weather authorities. They upgraded its status to a strong typhoon, packing gusts of up to 227 km per hour near its center. After crossing the Taiwan Strait, it is likely to hit the southeastern Chinese province of Fujian late on Thursday afternoon. The fire department said one person died, crushed by a falling tree in the southern city of Kaohsiung. It also reported another 58 people were injured. In rural Yilan County, where the typhoon will first hit land, wind and rain gathered strength, shutting eateries as most roads emptied out. Taiwan Premier Chong Jung-tai told a televised meeting of the Emergency Response Center that the next 24 hours will present a very severe challenge. This could be the biggest typhoon in recent years, fishing boat captain Hung Chun told Reuters, adding that Yilan's harbour of Sao was packed with boats seeking shelter. Coming up in sports, Aaron and Wu Yik can win gold if they get past semis. Stay with us. The 2022 men's doubles world champions Aaron Chia and So Woo Yik have a great potential to win gold at the 2024 Paris Olympics if they overcome the semi-final hurdle, according to Malaysian badminton legend Datuk Razif Siddiq. He said a semi-final victory would provide valuable momentum for the 2020 Olympics bronze medalists, enabling them to compete in the final with greater confidence and potentially achieve a historic victory for Malaysia at the world's biggest sporting event. Speaking today, he said notwithstanding their path to the quarterfinals and if there are no obstacles, Aaron and Wu Yik can bring back the gold, but it all depends on the semi-finals. Dato' Razif, who made history as the first national shuttler to win an Olympic medal, securing bronze with his brother Dato' Sri Jalani Siddiq at the 1992 Barcelona game, said that good fitness level will also be crucial for Aaron and Wu Yik's progress in Paris 2024. Based on the draw for the 2024 Olympics, Aaron and Wu Yik are placed in Group A alongside top seeds from China, Liang Wei Keng and Wang Chang, Ben Lane and Sean Evandy from England, along with Canadian pair Adam Dong and Neil Yakura. Only the group winners and runner-up will qualify for the quarterfinals. The 2024 Olympics will officially open this Friday and end on 11th August. Andrei Rublev broke a 4-match losing streak with a hard-fought opening win Tuesday at the Croatia Open in Umag. The top seed beat Camilo Ugo Carbelli 6-4, 7-5 for his first victory since he reached the third round at the Roland Garros. At the tournament where he won his first ATP Tour title in 2017, Rublev clinched the result with his fourth break of serve, hitting a rare drop shot winner on match point. He saved 2 of 4 break points against him in the 1-hour, 46-minute match. The number 9 in the ATP rankings will next meet Fabian Morzazan, who opened his week with a 6-2, 7-6 win against Thiago Monteiro. Italians Luciano Darderi and Fabiano Fognini rounded out of Tuesday's winners in Umag. Fifth-seeded Darderi beat Duje Achikovic 6-1, 6-4, converting all 4 of his break chances. Fognini advanced to the round of 16 with relative ease, also winning in straight sets 6-4, 6-3 against Luca van Asch. Fognini's experience was clear as he overpowered his younger opponent to win comfortably. The 37-year-old Fognini improved to 8-0 in opening round matches this season. Andy Murray, the first male player to capture 2 Olympic singles gold medals, said that the tennis competition at the Paris Games will be the final event of his glittering career before retirement. Murray, widely regarded as one of Britain's all-time great sportsmen, won gold in London 2012, beating Roger Federer in the final and successfully defended his title in Rio 4 years later. The injury-plagued 37-year-old, who in 2013 ended a 77-year wait for a British men's singles champion at Wimbledon and won the trophy again in 2016, had previously said he was unlikely to continue his career beyond this year. Murray received a star-studded emotional farewell earlier this month at Wimbledon, the venue where he won 2 of his 3 major titles, following a first-round doubles defeat partnering his brother Jamie. Scott, who had surgery on 22nd June to remove a spinal cyst, which was compressing his nerves and made him lose control and power in his right leg, had decided he was not fit enough for the demands of singles competition at the All England Club. Murray resurrected his career after having hip resurfacing surgery in 2019, but he struggled to make the latter stages of leading tournament scenes and endured an ankle injury earlier this season. That's it from us this evening. In our top story, global IT outage, measures taken to ensure incident does not happen again. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Thanks for watching and have a good night.